Drivers, Wajid. Ramulu, second prize. Driver, driver Ramulu. Ramulu. P. Commentate your choice. Sailu, second prize. Musical chairs for Ayas. Manjula got first prize. Radha.
Is architecture is his profession. By aptitude, he is a poet. He took his MS degree from Colorado University, USA. He is chairman of BNR Developers Private Limited, chairman of CanCap Industrial Credits Limited, chairman of Sightlines Video Private Limited, vice president of Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology, vice president of Indian Red Cross Society, founder trustee of Annamacharya Trust. He is a member of governing board for G. Pullareddy Engineering College, G.P. Reddy Junior College and Oasis Public School. Architect and builder for Kanti Sikhara Apartments and Santi Sikhara Apartments, which have 200 plots each. He has written a book named Dews of the Dawn in English and Samanyani Sandesam in Telugu and B.N. Bhashitalu in Andhra Jyoti. He produced a film, Pelli Kani Pelli, which bagged Best Story Award in 1976. He is the honorary architect for our famous temples at Tirupati, Srisailam, and also several other philanthropic institutions. Now he'll be given a memento. President of this evening, Dr. Muthurala Ramareddy, has worked as Deputy Director in Telugu Academy, undertaking modern research projects in Telugu Academy, developing Telugu as modern language and official language. He has edited glossaries and various collections in Telugu. He also edited a dictionary for Telugu literature, and he was selected as the national poet from AP in 1976. He will be given a memento by Sri Raja Reddy, President of our Administration Secretary. Dr. Geeta Reddy, our guest of this evening. She is graduated from Usmania University, Gandhi Medical College in 1969. In 1970, she went to Australia and England along with her husband for higher qualification and got Australian and English postgraduate degrees in medicine, returned to India in 1983. She is running a private nursing home of her own in Secunderabad with 50 beds. Also very much interested in social work, and she is the Vice President of AP Red Cross and President of AP Women's Cricket Association. She is the chairperson of Astray Orphanage Project for YMCA, played the role of Mrs. Indira Gandhi in Rupavani program. She will be given a memento by the President of our Idealization Society, Sri Raja Reddy.
Our chief guest is requested President of this evening function, Dr. Mukarala Ramareddy, Dr. Geeta Reddy Garu, who is called Indira Gandhi. I don't know, junior shall we call, but she has played 45 times as Indira Gandhi in the Sound of Music drama. The president of this Vijaya Public School, Ideal Education Society, Mr. Raja Reddy, Srimati Prabhadevi Garu, Srimati Vasanta Garu, Srimati Sujata Garu, Mr. B.N. Chavan, Principal of Nanded Law College, and his colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to be amongst you this evening and involve myself in such a beautiful and a grand function, the talent show of Vijaya Public School. When I was told last month that I had to come here as a chief guest, I was not sure how big the audience will be, but I am really surprised to see that for a school of like this, such a good gathering gives me an immense pleasure, and I really enjoy the involvement of the parents, teachers, the members, the workers here, and the way the prizes have been distributed to the ayahs, to the drivers, to the peons, to the workers. It's a really a very, very democratic way of doing things. Most of the people who are running private schools are also making some money here and there. But when I have inquired from this public school, Vijaya Public School management, they have told me that their expenditure, monthly expenditure is around 47,000 and their income is 48,000. This is really very good. I have asked the correspondent, Srimati Prabhadevi, whether the budget is being discussed publicly. She told me that they discuss with the parents. That means the parents are known or they are knowing what is exactly happening in the school. And the way the quality of education is maintained is really admirable. Now I would like to say a few things to the teachers. Though they are really dedicated and doing their job here, but in our system, where the government schools are not really functioning well and not liked by our people, by parents, and not many children are going to these schools, the private schools and private management becomes very, very important. I always tell the teachers, while they are earning their livelihood, while they are working for their salary, they should always think that they are really bringing up the future generation of this country, real students, and it goes a long way. We get real satisfaction in our life while we are doing our job in our own way. Sometimes they get little jittery about the students when they are not very good. I will say a few sentences in Telugu. Somebody has written about a teacher who scolded the student who was a little weak. నీవు ఒక మొత్తు సన్యాసివి, నీకు చస్తే చదువు రాదు అని నిరుత్సాహపరిచే అధ్యాపకుడు ఎంత బుద్ధిమంతుడో చెప్పండి. అంటే వ్రాసిన కవి యొక్క ఉద్దేశం ఏమిటంటే, పిల్లవాడిని మనం ఎప్పుడూ నిరుత్సాహపరచకూడదు. వీక్ ఉన్న అబ్బాయిని కాస్త వాళ్ళకి టైం ఎక్కువ ఇచ్చి, అబ్బాయి కానీ అమ్మాయి కానీ, ఇంకా మనం వాళ్లకు కొంత ఉత్సాహం కల్పించి కొన్ని మంచి మాటలు చెప్పి, కృషి ఎక్కువ చేస్తే నీకు మంచి మార్క్స్ వస్తాయని చెప్పి వాళ్లను ఆ ఉత్సాహంలో పైకి తీసుకెళ్ళాలి కానీ ఎప్పటికీ నిరుత్సాహపరచకూడదు. Similarly, I will also request the parents to look to the education of their kids. It is not enough if they just send them to a good school, but also they should see what exactly they are studying, what kind of grades they are getting. If the child is weak, they should go to the school, they should talk to the teachers and take little more interest, because our aim is to give good education to our children. And if we neglect at that time, then there is no use repenting at a later date. Now coming to the students, the students also should feel this is the time they should work hard, important, or somebody's fate is important. So the students were given this problem and they were fighting amongst, and then somebody was telling hard work is important, and somebody was telling no, the luck and fate is important. That boy has worked very hard but he did not get through. This boy has not studied that much but he became first class. So like this, in a class so much of discussion was going on. Then finally they could not decide and they went to a teacher. The teacher was very well experienced. He said, I will tell you a story. ఆ చెట్టును పట్టుకున్న తర్వాత సరే భగవంతుని అయినా కూడా నమ్మకం లేదు కదా తన మీద, ఈ చెట్టు ఎప్పుడు మునిగిపోతుందో ఏమవుతుందో అనే భయంతో ఆ భగవంతుని ప్రార్థిస్తున్నాడు, భగవంతుడా నన్ను రక్షించు అని. స్టూడెంట్స్ పేరెంట్స్కి, విజిటర్స్కి అందరికీ నా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటూ ముగిస్తున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
For her message.
Sri Rama Reddy Garu, the President of the Ideal School Society, Mr. Raja Reddy, the correspondent, Mrs. Prabha Devi, Principal, Mrs. Vasanta, and Vice Principal, Mrs. Sujata, dear parents and most dear children. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here with you, and I've been asked to give you a message. What message can I give you when your results are sent per cent? You obviously have understood the message. You are studying well, doing well, and making your school and teachers proud of you. But since I have been asked to say a few words, I'll share a few of my thoughts. Dear children, it is in the class that the seeds for a casteless and a creedless society are sown. You are like the beautiful flowers of a garden. You need to be tended, to be looked after carefully. And it is here where the teacher plays an important role in molding your thinking. How you are molded is what matters. And it's not just the responsibility of the teacher alone or the student, but it is the collective of the teacher, pupil, and parent. The parents have to give a very supportive role, play a great supportive role towards the education of their children, and not just leave the responsibility to the teachers alone. This kind of collectiveness is what will make a good student, and education is what helps us evolve as people, as personalities. Literacy, education, is the only thing that makes us rise above everybody else. And if we Indians want to keep pace with the rest of the world, we really have to study. Illiteracy will get us nowhere. And I would like to stress more on the girls' education, obviously because I'm a woman. I think gone are those days when a woman walked 3 steps behind the man. Today, a woman walks shoulder to shoulder with the man. She has even gone to space. So I would think the girls should take their education seriously and not just be happy with the 10th class degrees, but aim higher. And I want the boys and girls to think of work-oriented education, not a certificate-oriented education, meaning I want you to be self-reliant when you're out. Just don't be happy with certificates, but follow further courses that make you self-reliant. Just quoting a very small example of myself, I feel whatever has given me the confidence is nothing but my qualifications. Today, as I've told a friend recently, I could sit under a tree and earn my living because I don't feel I'm dependent on anybody. Neither the government, my friends, nor my parents, or anyone. So that is the kind of self-reliant individuals you must become. Then you shan't be a burden to your parents, to the society, nor to the country. And religion is another thing that plays a great part in our lives, but let us keep it within the house. It's a very important sentiment, and religion is something that is a strength behind everybody. We should be taught to respect everybody's religion. This country is unique in which we have not only Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians. Every religion abounds here, and we ought to be taught to respect each other. We should be first taught to be Indians, and later a Hindu or a Muslim or a Sikh. And if this is the way you tolerate each other's religions, tolerate each other, and work as one, then we definitely will have a united country. My dear children, you are the young generation that is going to take over this country. You are our future. It is on you that the responsibility of this nation rests. It's a big responsibility, but I'm sure you will fulfill it if you are given the right training. Please do not repeat the mistakes of your elders, but learn by